Ladies and gentlemen, this is another exciting episode in the Pacific Lagoon and Pacific Cascades recordings that we've done today.
Your imagination stretches beyond your pocket. Oh God, you can get the hell of around.
Exactly right. So anyway, so that's the update. That's
excellent news.
Yeah, so one other little interesting story that springs to mind is in relation to certain wildlife that invaded the Pacific Lagoon. So tell us that interesting story and the invasion of undesirables from South Brisbane.
Okay, well, the Pacific Lagoon, again, a very large body of water, and of course the site at Expo was built up above the original level there because we had to get that above any potential flood line that might occur during Expo. So then the Pacific Lagoon was excavated into that. So it had to then be sealed with layers of clay, probably 300 millimetres of clay compacted and sealed to contain the water. And then that was covered by boulders, fist-sized boulders of basalt, rounded basalt boulders, covered the whole surface of it. And we had organised for many years prior to this being ready, aquatic plant materials we grown in big containers to be mature, ready to go straight into the Pacific Lagoon, so it looked as though it had been there forever. And so all of the water lilies and the edge plants and all the other vegetation was put in there, along with some fish. A lot of goldfish, but then a lot of native fish as well, mosquito fish being one of them. And so that meant that we had created almost overnight a natural biological lagoon that you would find anywhere in southeast Queensland for that matter. And what we didn't expect was that the local cane toad population discovered it at the same time, invaded it, and before long there were little tadpoles, by the million, all through the Pacific Lagoon, and they started to develop and emerge as little tiny froglets or toadlets. And so we didn't want to have this sort of army of cane toads hopping all around Expo 88. So we're talking about 12 months before opening day now. So we proceeded regularly on a daily basis. We had people scooping the water to catch all of the tadpoles and the little frogs and so on. And also, we also had armed them with spray cans, not spray cans, but trigger packs of Dettol. And of course, they'd spray those around the edge where those were out of the water and that. So not the sort of thing we do today in this more environmentally conscious location, but it worked, and we kept the invasion of cane toads at bay. There were still one or two there, but not nearly as many as there would have been had we not tried to keep them under control. So that was unexpected, but nevertheless, we fixed it.
Yeah, so I think that's a very interesting and humorous little story.